Okay, today I'm going to be covering Dana White Contender Series in today's bets and the UFC Fight Night Dos Anjos versus Vicente Luque. So the first fight on the Contender Series is Victor Diaz versus Kevin Borjas. So Victor Diaz, he has two losses by decision, 11-2. Bunch of submissions. Kevin Borjas, he has one submission loss and 8 KO wins. I believe he hasn't fought very good people. This guy might be okay. So average fighters, basically. I believe Victor Diaz could probably get this one done by submission only because of that one submission loss and the fact that Kevin Borjas has 0 submission wins and hasn't fought the best competition. So, like this guy who he submitted, average guy on the ground, but Victor Diaz possibly by submission. Next fight on the Contender Series is Reyes Cortez Jr., who is 7-2, 2 decision losses, versus Peyton Talbot. So, let's see. Cortez, it looks like he hasn't had much good competition here. Yeah, these guys who he's fought haven't had much wins. But besides this guy had 9-1, so that's interesting. And he fought Raul Rosas Jr. So he has fought one guy's good. This will be an interesting fight. I believe Peyton Talbot is the favorite by a little bit. He's 5-0. Let's see. He's fought pretty good competition. He's fought a few people here. Let's see. Anyway, I'm riding with Peyton Talbot. I think he can get it done. Next fight on the Contender Series. God, what is this? If you can pronounce this. Kevin Zesflarski versus Kai Machado. So, I believe Kevin Zesflarski, he is a favorite, -170 favorite to win. I didn't pick anyone in particular in this fight because I think these guys is up in the air. We'll see. We'll see after this fight. Cal Machado is 7-1, 1 decision loss, 1 draw. Yeah, he's 6'3". Kevin is 6'5". I don't know. It'll be a telling fight after this fight. We'll see who wins. Next fight on the Contender Series is Bogdan Grad, 11-1, versus Tom Nolan, 5-0. So I looked through these guys' fights. I mean, a lot of people think that Tom Nolan can get done. Some people think Bogdan Grad. I took Bogdan Grad. I think Bogdan Grad can win this fight. We'll see. Hopefully he does. Got a couple bucks on him. But, yeah, I feel like Bogdan's fought a little bit better competition. Although people are saying he hasn't had that good. Like Tom Nolan was saying that some of the guys he's fought aren't that good. And it's like, yeah, some of them aren't. But then there's a few guys in there that have okay, wins. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think Bogdan Grad can get it done. Tom Nolan, I mean, like, how can we say Tom Nolan fought much better? His last fight, the guy went 9-7. 6-2, a little bit better. 3-3. 0-3. So I don't know. I think Bogdangrad can get it done. He's a little bit more of a veteran. Got a couple more years on him. We'll see what happens. Next fight. All right, this is the main event of the contender series. Lucas Fernando, 9-1 versus Cesar Almeida. Now, I don't know if it shows on here. I think it's Cesar Almeida. It doesn't show it. I think one of these guys anyway had some 3 fights with Alex Pajea. So it might be Cesar Almeida. I could be wrong. Cesar Almeida's 3-5. I think Lucas is younger. I picked Lucas Fernando to win. We'll see if it happens. I think this one could be a banger. These guys are big middleweights. So I don't know. I'm going with Lucas Fernando, 9-1. We'll see what happens though. Cesar Almeida. I mean, look at Cesar Almeida's last fight. The guy he fought 6-33. So anyway, Lucas Fernando. Hopefully he can get it done. Now moving on to UFC Fight Night. Dos Anjos versus Vicente Luque. First fight is Brady Highstand versus Damon Blackstar. I don't know if they've even announced officially the fight. I don't know, because usually on SureDog it has them paired up against each other, but it had them listed on Google. So I'm assuming that they're fighting. I don't have any dog in this fight. 7-2 versus Damon Blackstar, 13-5. They both, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't have too much to say on that one. Moving on to the next one. This one I think is a for sure pick on the card. 12-1 Martin Boudet. I think Boudet can absolutely get this done without question. I feel like he's faced a little bit better competition and won. Josh Parisian. I mean, he lost to Dante Males, who I felt like looked good. Dante Males looked good when he first got in the UFC, but I feel like he's fell off a bit. He lost to Jamal Pogues, Jamal Pogues is not a horrible fighter, but I think he needs a little work still. He has potential, but I feel like, he lost to Parker Porter. I think Martin Boudet can absolutely get this done. I believe he's let's see this. Let's see what kind of favorite he is. If I can get to it. Where is it? Yeah, Martin Boudet's a negative 218. I think he can absolutely get it done, so we'll see what happens. Next fight, Marcus McGee versus JP Buys. I don't have anyone in this fight. I think either one can get it done. I think it'll be an interesting fight. We'll see what happens when they come out of this one. Marcus McGee, 7-1, 6 KOs, 1 submission loss. JP Buys, a little bit more losses, 3 KO, 3 submission losses, and 1 decision. He lost to some good competition, Cody Durden, Montel J. He's on a little bit of a losing streak, but let's see. Marcus McGee's a huge favorite to win, so he'll probably win, but I didn't really have a pick. Josh Fremd, 10-4 versus Jamie Pickett. So I got Josh Fremd winning this one. He beat Cedricus Dumas in his last fight. Cedricus, I thought, was going to win that fight, but he ended up losing. Lost to Trayshawn Gore and Anthony Hernandez. Jamie Pickett, a little bit more losses. Let's see. Josh Frem maybe could get it done by submission. Uh, Jamie Pickett, he has 3 fight losing streak. Lost to Kyle Dacus, Dennis Tillian, and Bo Nickel. So he's fought good competition. Win over Joseph Holmes, who is on the Ultimate Fighter TV show. Lost to Jordan Wright. Anyway, I think Josh Friend can get it done. I feel like he's coming up. Josh Friend is, see if he's on here. Not even seeing. Oh, there it is. Josh Fremd is a negative 345, so big favorite to win. AJ Dobson versus Tafan Nuchukwi. So AJ Dobson, he lost to Armin Petrosian. Jacob Malkoon. Armin Petrosian's a monster. He's been just getting it done. Jacob Malkoon, not bad also. Teflon Nuchukwi. Teflon is the favorite. He's lost a good competition. Azmat Mirzakhanov. 13-0 beat him. I think AJ Dobson, though, I think he can get this done. I feel like, I don't know. Tefon's fought some good competition, but he's had 2 KO losses, 1 by decision. AJ Dobson's only had 2 decision losses against good fighters. Riding with AJ Dobson. I think he could get it done. Next fight, Khalil Roundtree versus Chris Daukaus. Now, Khalil's a negative 180 favorite. Chris Daukaus, I believe, is coming off losses. And he's lost to some, Derek Lewis, Curtis Bladis, Josino Rosenstruck, all KO losses. His last one was against Shamil Abdurkamov. Khalil is the favorite. He beat Justin Jacoby, which is interesting. That guy's on like a knockout winning spree. Guy's like maybe not a spree. But he also fought good competition. I think Khalil can get this one done. See what happens. This one's a tough one. But I'll go with Khalil just based on Chris Daukaus on his little losing streak. Next fight, Hakeem Dawodu versus Cub Swanson. Now, Hakeem's 32, Cub is 39. Cub, he lost to Giga Chikadazi and Jonathan Martinez. Jonathan's a beast. Knocked out Darren Elkins. Also a little bit older. He's a UFC legend, Cub, so he's been there for a while. Hakeem younger, 1 submission loss, 1 decision loss. Coming off a decision loss to Julian Erosa. This one's a tough one, but I'm leaning towards Hakeem. Hakeem is a negative 230 favorite, younger guy. I think Hakeem can get it done, no particular way. Main event of the night, Vicente Luque versus Rafael dos Anjos. Now, dos Anjos, UFC legend, coming off a win against Brian Barberena. submission win. Lost to Rafael. This one, you got Vicente Luque coming off 2 losses. Good fighters. Jeff Neal and a decision with Bilal Muhammad. Choked Michael Chiesa. Choked Tyron Woodley. I believe Vicente Luque can get this one done. No particular fashion, but I think he can win. And Vicente Luque, they're pretty much even odds, so you can do a coin flip with this one that way. But I'm rolling with Vicente Luque, and that's the picks. Hopefully we all win a bunch of money. Take it easy.